Hello everybody, my name is Wildy Only Fee. I'm locked inside the wilderness on an Ironman account and all I want is to just achieve the fire cape. Join me on my journey throughout these dangerous lands in hopes of one day conquering the fight caves. Alright, so just checking in. I have been collecting some chaos runes. Let's see, wow, up to 152. And been thinking about what's the plan here next. So I come to terms with the fact that I need to train range. I mean, that's how I was planning to kill Jad and do the fight caves. Need to train range. But I've spent a decent amount of time researching and trying to find how I'm going to train this. So I know we can get a bronze crossbow and I know we can get bronze bolts. But comparing that to an oak shortbow, just an oak shortbow with bronze arrows, the oak shortbow is like 2 times more DPS. So I'm looking, how can we get a shortbow? The only way to get flax, so if we wanted to fletch this bow, the only way for us to get flax, I believe, is the beekeeper random event, which is okay, you know, eventually we'll come across that. But then there's no spinning wheels in the wilderness, so we can't turn into bowstrings. So I'm looking up what drops bowstrings, how can we get bowstrings? I don't think we're going to be able to get bowstrings. So then I'm like, okay, maybe we can get the bow directly, like a, you know, oak, willow, maple, short bow. I don't know. The only way it seems for us to be able to get a short bow of that nature is a willow, which is like a 1 in 30 drop from an easy clue. And me being able to even do an easy clue only in wilderness is going to be pretty uncommon. So I mean, I'm just going off of the wiki. Maybe the wiki's wrong. Hopefully it is. What I'm thinking is, so I know down the road, the crazy archaeologist drops the rune crossbow. So we're set on that end, but we need to get there. We might have to suck it up and train with the bronze crossbow for a bit, and then like maybe go to like a free-to-play world and try to PK a maple shortbow. So I'm going to refer to this multiple times in this clip, and I now realize that Ironman can't pick up items from PKers. So every time I mention it, please disregard. I have now learned from my mistakes. That's the nice thing about having that allowance to be able to pick up gear from PKers, because there's going to be items and things I'm not going to be able to attain in the wilderness, and that's the caveat on how I get it. So, and I know this series is not going to turn into PvP only, because I cannot do that. I'm probably going to lose a lot in the process to get one, but you'd think that a maple short bow is pretty low item, and it would be dropped most of the time. Nobody's going to protect a maple short bow, so that's what I'm thinking right now, unless something changes between now and what is that, 30 range? Yeah, 30 range. So I mean, that's not going to take too long to get 30 range, so maybe that's the next step. Okay, I wrapped up our chaos rune collecting shortly after that last clip, so it's getting nervous. 244 chaos runes, so got a nice little stack when we're ready to go on to that spell. Look at that. Bet you didn't see that coming. Just getting some logs, because I'm going to head over to the Dark Wizards, try to see if I can kill them and get some wizard robes so I can have a little bit better magic attack when I go back to Lava Dragons. So we'll see. Okay, first kill. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. It levels 20s, because there's 20s and there's 7s. I'm only looking to kill the 7s. We'll see. I think each piece is like a 1 in 40, so gonna have to get a little bit lucky here. But I'm pretty pleased with how much damage we dealt and how much damage we took. I mean, you can see here, Scorpion hit me for 1 or 2 before this, so we only took like 2 or 3 damage. Looky here, small fishing net. I was trying to figure out a solution to my food issues, because killing rats and cooking up that meat isn't the most efficient thing in the world. So found there's a small fishing net spawn, and in the bandit camp, conveniently, there is a small net fishing spot, and fortunately after that I have to go all the way up to lobsters, and I have not figured out how to get a lobster cage yet, so hopefully that's possible, and we could actually go up here and fish lobsters. So that's planned. And I also found out that if you hop to a free-to-play world, there is no 120 level bandits. And I wish I knew that last episode, or 2 episodes ago, probably by the time you see this clip. because it would have made the hunt a little bit easier to get over to the shop, but now we know for the future. So we will, we're going to go here, and hopefully it is free of all NPCs, catch some shrimps, cook them, and do that for a few inventories. Okay, we have a full inventory of shrimps. I realized there's a range right here. It took me way too long to realize that. So what the strategy here is, I guess hop worlds until you find a world where there's no bandit in the kitchen. It took me quite a few worlds actually, so. But I'm glad that there's not like a perpetual spawn, and it is possible. And now we're just gonna have to rush in there and close the door, which probably isn't gonna be too difficult. And we're gonna cook these shrimp. So just checking in, you guys probably think I'm extremely dumb, but it's been staring me in the face the entire time. We don't need to get a lobster pot. Fat Tony sells pizza bases here. So we buy pizza bases, 4 coins each. They have the ingredients to make cheese, or they have the ingredients to make cheese pizza. They have cheese and tomatoes, and we only need 35 cooking to do that, and we'll get 14 HP. I mean, it's a 2-tick, it's a 2-eat food, but it's fine at our level. We do just need to get 35 cooking, so we are going to do shrimps for quite some time, but once we get 35 cooking, we don't have to catch lobsters, jeez, or get that lobster pot down the road. I mean, maybe we'll still try to get the lobster pot, but pizzas will last us a long time. It'll be a huge improvement over the shrimps, because between now and pizza, I think the only other thing we can get is herring, but we need fishing bait to catch them. I don't even know if that's even something we could get, so. All right, we're banking our last inventory of shrimps for now. We got up to 87 shrimps, so that should last us a decent amount of time. And we got 18 cooking and 9 fishing from that. So, you know, we're on our way to 35 cooking to get those pizzas. Our first drop, not really the one we're looking for, but we'll take it. They drop the wizard hat with like a 1 in 20 and the robe top for like a 1 in 40. So I need to find out what drops the bottoms. We'll see if we can get those as well. This is our third staff. It's, let me just say the drop rates. It's a 1 in 16 for the staff. The wizard hat is 1 in 21, and the black robe is 1 in 42. So, okay, we're just wrapping up our first trip there. Kind of strange. So this is what we got in our looting bag. 5 staves, which are a 1 in 16. I wanted to remind you. And I realized that on the members worlds, the wizard hat is actually a 1 in 32, and on free to play it's 1 in 21. So I did hop for like the last 10 or 15 kills to a free to play world. Still didn't get lucky. But yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be too long. We are killing a lot more than I imagined. Our kill count is up to 50 so far. I mean, that looting bag is probably around 35 to 40 kills just because we did do that one trip before. But I mean, just with a little bit of luck, we could get this. So maybe one more inventory. We'll see. And if you're wondering where I got the beer and kebab from, I got the Drunken Dwarf random event. So, all right. We took a little bit of a sidetrack because I figured getting the upgraded food would be a huge help, and I had some time to AFK. So check out our levels, 30 fishing, but more importantly, about to be 35 cooking, which means we can make the pizzas. So we're going to go from a 3 heal food to a 14 heal food with the pizzas. So going to cook up the rest of this inventory. Maybe see if we can get some GP from it over here, and then so we could buy the pizza bases from Fat Tony. And we're going to make an inventory of pizzas and go back to killing the wizards to get our magic equipment. Okay, so this is how we do it. So we buy the pizza bases from Tony. They're only a few GP. They're up to 6 because I bought a few. We take the tomato and we take the cheese from this table. Never done this before, so I just read up on the wiki. We use the tomato on the pizza base, create incomplete pizza, and then we use the cheese on the pizza base, uncooked pizza, we cook it, and there we go. 14 heal. It's a 7 each side because 2 sides got to eat, but that is a huge improvement. So we're gonna do this, try to get a full inventory of pizzas. All right, this is what it's all about, cooking the pizzas. So we did end up burning a lot on our first inventory, but that's to be expected. I think the cook rate is about 60% at 35, so might actually try to get a few more pizzas, but it is pretty time consuming. It probably took me around 5 to 10 minutes to grab each of the cheese and tomatoes in each world, make the pizzas. So not the best, but it's certainly worth the time based on the other food options we can get at this point. So this will be our best in slot food for probably a decent amount of time. So yeah, nice improvement. They exist. They exist. Sorry, I couldn't capture on the ground because I was getting attacked by one of the level 20s, but we finally got one. We're like triple over the drop rate. We've killed 71, and I'm pretty sure like a 1 in 20. So, yeah, got a little unlucky there, but it's okay because we've been getting some good XP. Look at how classy we look with this hat. And also, I'm trading attack because I didn't realize we need 30 attack for the battle staff. So if we do get lucky, get that drop from the lava dragons, we need to have a higher attack level to even equip it. So we're working on that. All right, we're testing out our new wizard's hat at the lava dragons again. So what I'm thinking is we got to train magic to get to 29 to get to earth bolt. Might as well train here. We might probably get a kill or two. Get the experience in the meantime. I also brought the chaos runes with me, so I'm hoping we get 29. We're going to use all of the mine runes and the fire strikes and the lava dragons, and we're going to try to PK. I figured it would probably be best to just try when we are low level. So our first objective is going to be kill in the free-to-play worlds because I want to get a maple short bow, but I got to train in members world anyway, so who knows? Maybe we'll come across a bot or something else that we can kill, and maybe we can get some useful items. But I'm thinking maple short bow. We're going to have to go to free-to-play world to find those, and then eventually magic short bows. I'm not sure if anybody is going to be in our combat level range with magic short bows, so probably got some time to get that one, but I'm thinking we could snag some maple short bows. All right, our second lava dragon kill. Let's see what we get. Uncut ruby. Nothing great. There we go. We just turned into a dangerous PKer. Now if we see anybody within our levels with stuff that we want, we can try to kill them. Death runes. Meh. That's what I think of that. All right, we got somebody. I have no idea what I would get from this, but he's only level 12, so I don't know what kind of 45 HP. How do you have 45 HP level 12? Level 119 hunter. Okay. Clearly a bot. Well, not clearly, but awfully suspicious. Okay, so struggling to find somebody in free to play, and looks like we just found somebody. The rune rocks must be hotspots. Let's see. Are we gonna get this person? We might. Oh no. No, why wasn't my character running? They were so weak. Ah, they got gap on me, and I ran out of run. All right, well at least we know that it works. What are the odds of this? Just hop to a world with a crashed star next to it. Fortunately, there's nobody there, but quite the mining spot. I got 2 roan rocks and a crashed star. Maybe we'll hop back to this world 352. Check back in. Well, just got stacked out by a... God damn! Unbelievable. I just lost the hat. I lost the staff. I lost our runes. I couldn't even attack back. I was trying to... That turned out. I was hopping next to the rocks, so they probably thought I was a miner. That was a dumb idea. And of course, it was the first world I hopped to like that. That was dumb. Oh, I don't mean to be running to this bank. Sorry. Instinct. Don't worry. I won't do anything in Lumbridge. We're going straight back to the wilderness. So now we have to do the walk of shame back to the lava maze to get another earth staff because I was dumb and only got 1. So we're going to pick up a few this time just in case it happens again, and probably grab some steel plate bodies while we're here just so we could sell them to the store and make some money. All right, we have escaped with a full inventory of staffs of earth. I was too lazy to go for the plate bodies, and I actually think these might sell for more because I'm pretty sure that shop buys from the high alch value, which these have higher of. So we have full inventory of these, and we also have a full looting bag. So we got like good 30-40k worth of these staves. I mean, probably only gonna keep like between 5 and 10, just so we never have to come back here. But we could sell a decent amount if we need some money for runes or whatever else we need money for. Okay, we need some more money to buy more runes to get Fire Strike to kill the lava dragon. So we are back at the bandit duty-free shop. And well, we can only sell the staves of earth, but I think it should give us around 30k. So we'll sell this, probably only a few per world, and we will... come back when we have the money. Okay, so it looks like we got around just under 28k. We were actually able to sell off some fire orbs. I forgot I was in a free-to-play world, so I hopped over to a members world. We didn't get that much for them, so I didn't sell all of them. And I didn't sell any black dragon hides just because it does go by the high alch price. I didn't really alch for much. So I just kept 5. I don't know, maybe I'll need them down the road. So now we're going to go get some runes from the Mage of Zamorak, and then we're going to head up to Lava Dragons. We've made it back to Lava Dragons, and I brought some Chaos Runes just in case we come across a lower level player that we can attack. I came across a few, but they were higher than me, and I didn't even want to bother attempting on them. I thought I would just either die or waste my runes and skull for no reason. So we'll be here killing, and I'll check back in if I get anything good. Let's see. Runite bolts. All right, these are good, and I guess I could take this time to explain what I'm thinking for the final fight. So the fight caves, obviously we can get a rune crossbow from the Crazy Archaeologist. The thing is, I'm not really too sure to do with ammo. I mean, these drop runite bolts semi-commonly and in groups of 30, so that's a good source, but I feel like it would probably take me hundreds and hundreds of kills because I would need like thousands of bolts because I'm not going to have access to an accumulator. And there's going to be points where I just can't pick up the bolts. So I think we'll definitely at least use the rune bolts for Jad. But we'll see if we can accumulate enough for the rest of the caves. Because there's no way to get adamant bolts. And I think mithril bolts come from... I forget, but I remember there was a way to get them in the wilderness. But they'll probably be easier to get. We'll see. But we'll definitely be using those bolts in the fight. For one reason or another. Yeah, that'll be the last kill of the trip. We got 3 kills at a time because we brought 300 casts instead of 200, but we only have 50, and it looks like it took like 75 to 80 to do that last kill, so I'm not even going to try to risk it. I think it'll just be a waste of runes, so we'll head back. We got some good stuff, and we'll probably do this until we're out of runes. All right, on our way back, we stopped by the hunter area where we had that incident the other day where we found somebody in very similar gear to this, so it's looking a little bit more suspicious. Level 11 but has 41 HP, 118 hunter, so that must be an insane amount of experience. Let's give this a go. Might as well. I don't think they'll be able to fight back, so might just even hop before I get there. I think they're gonna just telly once they hit 30. Yeah. Worth a shot. So, somebody in the comments recently brought it to my attention that Ironman can't actually get gear from PKing. So, I see some very tasty opportunities here, even though they probably have an insane amount of HP. I'm just not even going to waste my runes or, getting skulled, even though I am already skulled. That's from before I figured this out. So yeah, that kind of changes a lot of things. We can't get a lot of items that I thought we'd be able to, or at least we're gonna have to work a little bit harder to get those items, such as magic short bows, maple short bows. Those are the big ticket items I was hoping to get from PKing, but figured I'd update you. I'm sure everybody who's familiar with Ironman mode probably already knew that and just thought it was dumb, but I have never really played Ironman mode, so I learned that for the first time. There we go. That's a nice drop. That'll give us a nice little boost in the cash drop, in the cash category to buy some more runes to come back here. Sweet. We've been waiting on something like that. Okay, I'm taking a look at the drop table again now, and that drop is actually super lucky. It was a 1 in 64, and it's going to be probably our best melee weapon we can get. So we're probably not going to out that or sell it to the wildy shop unless we get another one, even though the money would be nice. Because right now we're stuck on a steel dagger with, we could get the mithril sword or the longsword, I forget, from the Chaos Dwarves, but the rune longsword would be a nice way to train melee. Once we get there, we still got a ways to go. And if you're wondering where it is in my looting bag, by the way, the sword. But, yeah, that was a nice drop to get. We are going to kill a lot of lava dragons, so I'm hoping to get multiples of them. But it's nice to see an actual viable weapon on the ground. Okay, let's see. Onyx bolt tips. The 100k is a great drop, just not for an Ironman, and we'll get nowhere near that for selling that in the shop. So, nice to see that color, but unfortunately doesn't really help us. Also, we are exactly using 75 runes per kill. So, If we hit exactly the same, this might be our first 4-kill trip. I think that might be a little bit unlikely, but who knows? Maybe we could stretch it out. We'll see. Ah, got a low level there for that kill. Let's see. Rune dart. Okay. We're just below, or one rune short of being perfectly having enough for the next kill, but we have a bunch of nice drops, so I'm just gonna bank. I don't want to risk anything here. Check out that haul. 145k. I mean, it's majority in the Onyx bolts, but that rune longsword, such a nice drop. Such a nice drop.